Good morning, everyone. Strafegal. I'm gonna play some more Deedlit in the Wonder Labyrinth. We're gonna go. I think we're gonna go up and right first to check out that empty path. But I think then the actual way to go is probably these blue doors that I've since unlocked. We just started last time, so if you missed that, go ahead and check it out. This is a really neat Metroidvania with a lot of very obviously influenced by Symphony of the Night. And obviously a few other games like I would dare to say Ikaruga, and it's based on the anime and manga and books, etc. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Of Record of Lodoss War, which is one of my was one of my early favorites, I will say. As far as I can tell, this is kind of takes place between. I guess I don't know. We haven't seen enough to actually. Yeah, no, it would have to be before Heroic Knight. So I'm not sure exactly what the story or how the story is supposed to play out because Lelia is still possessed by Carlisle. Oh, there's Gim. Gim. You're alive. I'm so glad to see you. Adventure's what you seek. I will entrust you the seed. If adventure is what you seek. Oh. Okay, so Gim's gonna be our shop. Apparently. Wow. So we have some money. I don't know how all of this stuff works exactly yet. So, longsword would be probably looks like not great. Cobalt sword looks like it would be good if we could afford it. Can't yet. The big bow is the only other one we can afford. Looks like they're marking items based on what we can use currently. But the big bow is just a damage boost. I'm kind of interested in this one, but obviously again, maybe can't afford it yet. So I think maybe we save up. Oh, we can sell stuff. Never mind. That might make it easier to buy something now. I mean, I guess we could sell. I like the Allium Bident and the knife are kind of the two we're actually using right now. That wouldn't actually leave us enough to sell, even if we sold what we have. I don't think. Like, we could theoretically get this Cobalt sword, but we still are a little short. Okay. I'm assuming we're going to be able to come back here. And apparently, no, we don't get to actually talk to, you know, our friend. I like how one of the things it does right there is it introduces the Lizard Man enemy. So all of the other enemies we fought in this area so far are goblins. Lizard Man was a little harder. And it seems like this is like... that was kind of like a marker telling us that that was... that this is the next area. This is the harder area. Looks like another puzzle here. No? Huh. Huh. Okay, so we need a little bit more angle on it. A little bit more? A little bit softer now? Huh. Like, it feels like that should be right. I guess we could do... I didn't even think about that. Item get. That is HP up, okay. I do love the fact that we're hitting people with a allium spear. Oops. So far the monsters feel pretty generic. The goblins are definitely a thing that were prominent at the very beginning of, Oh, new bow. Okay. Definitely okay with that. I totally didn't even notice that guy just chilling there. I'm very confused and clearly was making mistakes there. So far, this game is very... like, it's not bad. I hate saying it that way, but that's really about where I'm at. The actual story feels like I'm curious about it, but I'm curious about it because I am super invested in Lodoss War. I suspect that people who weren't may not be as invested. And I mean, it plays fine, but it doesn't do anything. So far, it looks really pretty. But it's not like it's... The gameplay itself is not super, like, groundbreaking. We'll go with that. Although I just noticed... Yeah! That guy has a lot of hit points. Okay. That was probably not worth it, but was neat. It would have been worth it if I'd gotten it the first time. I'm hoping that's an MP up, and I'm hoping that means that it refills my MP, which it didn't. Whoa! Huh. Okay. So I guess we can't do anything there. core level, it seems to be up to 5. We can go down from here, it looks like. Okay. Forgot I was on fire, so I started trying to drift down slowly and just plummeted. That was fun. Okay, so this is the spirit switching mechanic is actually one of the things that I'm really digging with this. It does make it feel better than a lot of other Metroidvanias. Or makes it feel different at the very least, because like we want to switch. The lizard men are immune to fire, and the cockatrice and the harpy seem to take way more from fire. So switching back and forth, like kind of like with the other spot where we had the what was it? Like the two columns. These weird like pieces of hide that you can beat up on to refill your cubes so you can go into a boss fight at max. I'm assuming this is a boss fight. And I'm assuming that it wants us to have both of these up so that we can theoretically... Okay. Abram the dragon. Okay. Wanderer of the Labyrinth. You shall realize your own foolishness. What is... Abram was like on our side. Okay. Not sure what the strategy here is. Oh! Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. So it's basically just getting the pattern down here. That ended up not being too terrible, especially for a supposedly crazy powerful dragon in the lore. But oh well. Soul Crystal Ball, okay. The Soul Crystal Ball is one of the treasures that they needed to... what was they were trying to do a ceremony to bring back the Dark Goddess Curtis the Destroyer. You know, like you do. So I'm assuming if we're collecting the Soul Crystal Ball... Not seeing any way to use it. Like, it's chilling up in my inventory. Oh, wow. Okay. So again, kind of that cool mix of you would be able to just go through those with this, but you have to switch. Yeah. No, this is... I'm curious how it's going to work if there are more than two spirits, because it looks like there could be, and then having to switch between them. I only set one button for both for switching. Like you can't switch two different ways or something. See what this item is. Sliding. Okay. Sliding changes to invincibility. Okay. I did not mean to fall that far, but I did. So I'm guessing we want to do something like this. Probably overcomplicated some of those. Very high attack. And good reach. And it's kind of slow though. I mean, I guess it's giant polearm, that kind of makes sense. So one of the complaints that I heard with this game was that it is very... that the puzzles didn't get too complex. Now, this was while it was in early access. So, basically the complaint was specifically regarding the fact that the main tools you get are the spirits and the bow, and you get them right away. Now, we're still in the first area, and we are definitely still and we've gotten 4 different things that unlock different sections. So I'm not sure how many items there are going to be. And that is a legit concern, I guess, I had. But, I mean, it's not necessarily... That was also before it was... Oh, you have to use arrows. That was also while it was in early access. Like, we don't know what all there is. We don't know what all this game could have, based on those reviews. So, if it is front-loaded, that is a legit complaint, but I would argue that there are a lot of good. One of the things I guess or to better clarify, I don't have a problem with front-loaded platformers where they're slowly introducing you to stuff in the platforming sphere, giving you several items, giving you 1 or 2 items per level, etc. I feel like the big piece with that is that it's one of the things that shifts a game from being a good platformer with Metroidvania elements. Like, I would argue Dead Cells. Like, Dead Cells, because of the fact that it's a roguelike, the actual Metroidvania elements that inspired it are very thin. Just got wrecked by a door mimic. Get back up to level 3. Drift slowly. Wow. Another boss already. I mean, I guess we did cruise through that section pretty quick, but still. I guess we'll check this out, and then we'll probably wrap after that. Let's see what this is. Barn. That's troubling. Oh, okay. Dark Elf. I think that there are others. I'm the one who's surprised. You must be Pyrotus. Yep. If you're just a test for me, then I'll have to eliminate you. Wait, what? Oops. Thought I was on... Yeah, I was not. Oof. Okay, I'm getting wrecked here. Those knives are really the thing that keeps getting me. There we go. You know, the one that you can't absorb with one of your 2 elements. It's kind of lured me into, I feel like I can jump into things like this. So Pyrotus is one of the villains in the original series, as kind of like almost anti-hero in some of it. And she stole the crystal ball. Okay. And for some reason, Parn is gone. Okay. Stage 2. Okay. That actually makes it even more perfect that we're going to take our break. So we fought a couple bosses. They were interesting. I will say, so far this game is not particularly hard. I don't feel like, you know, every game has to be hard. But if it is a front-loaded Metroidvania with some unique elements with the energy switching thing going on, then sure, that's makes it an okay platformer. The problem I have there is that then there's a chance that if it doesn't get much harder, like I didn't feel like I was doing very well at either boss, especially at first, and I survived both of them. So, and beat them both on the first try. So, I guess if it is primarily a platformer, there's a part of me that would wish that it was maybe a little tricky, that it was a little bit more punishing. Maybe I'll check. I didn't actually see if there were different difficulties that you could set it on either. So maybe I'll check that. But yeah, overall, I am definitely still enjoying it. It is a neat game. It is, you know, bringing in cool Lodoss stuff, and Record of Lodoss War is an older property. I'm okay with them doing new things with it. I'm okay with them doing weird things. They've always done weird things with it. Like, actually figuring out what the actual story is. The 2 anime are barely related. Like, I mean, they have the same characters and stuff, but you really have to watch, like, the first half of the first anime and then pick up the second anime because it's an alternate version of the ending and all this stuff. Yeah, it's confusing and basically nonsensical, and as a lot of anime from that time were, there's a lot of like weird crossover-y animes where they had multiple different series of the same premise, I guess. Like Tenchi also. And I think that these were just different adaptations that came out as more of the story came out and such. But yeah. I'm curious to see where it's going, but I'm also a huge Lodoss fan. I am curious to see how the mechanics change as we go. and quite frankly, it's fun if the mechanics are fun enough that I am not concerned if it doesn't evolve that much, I guess would be a good way to put it. But that's me. So, yeah. Hopefully you are still enjoying as well. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.